My name is Nicola Wordy and we are here on our family farm in Aberdeenshire, Scotland. We're running about 1,400 acres, all owned here. My grandfather bought it back in the 1950s and I am hoping to be third generation here on our family farm. At the moment we're running about 240 suckler cows, half spring, half autumn, and also running about 1,000 breeding sheep. Got a small flock of pure Texels that I just breed my replacement tups from, and the commercial flock is Scottish mules and they'll be lambing and calving very shortly. I was very lucky and I grew up here to amazing parents that gave us everything, and very lucky to have this place to grow up with. It's always been a passion of mine. I think when we were very young, we were very lucky to get pet lambs. We got to name them, but we always knew that the end goal was that they were going to be for the food chain. So we were brought up with a very realistic mindset, but it was an incredible life growing up here. So much fun, so much room to play about. And so throughout school and that, I was very involved with hockey. I loved playing hockey, that was my sport. I went all over the country with it. But I think in terms of like farming relationships, I went to Young Farmers. It's a great opportunity to meet new people in like-minded situations, and that's how I actually met my fiancé Davey, was through Young Farmers. I met Davey back in 2017, I think it must have been. He's actually from Northern Ireland originally, and he came over for a job, joined the Young Farmers. We just got to know each other, and then, yeah, now we're getting married this year. Davey asked me to marry him on the 23rd of December 2023, which was such a surprise, and he used one of my pet sheep legs as the object to write, "Will you marry me?" on her. Immediately said yes, rushed back up to see my mum and dad, and just couldn't hold it in any longer, just burst out in front of them. And obviously everyone was delighted. It was really, really special. Then went into Christmas, had a great family Christmas. And then that's sort of when things took a massive turn for the worst. And 12 days later, my mum very suddenly and unexpectedly passed away, which has been a huge hole she's left behind. To go from being the happiest to being literally the worst we've ever felt has been really difficult to come to terms with. I still don't really think it's sunk in yet, but I'm very fortunate. We've always been a very close-knit family. We've always been there for each other, we've always supported each other, and I think this has definitely brought us closer together. It's definitely, you know, it's been the toughest year of our life, not only losing mum, but then my dad was also diagnosed and was ill for a wee while, but thankfully he's out the worst of that. So it has definitely put a massive toll on our family, but it has showed just how much support we have as a family for each other, and how we've pulled together to get through it and are still getting through it. For me, this past year, the things that I've learnt on most are definitely going to the gym. I find exercise is a huge benefit for me, trying to do it at least 3-4 times a week. Also, speaking to friends, that's been a huge asset to me. You know, I've got really close friends that, you know, are always a phone call away. We speak every day, we text every day. That's been a huge benefit as well, just to say, look, you know, today's been a bit tough, or today's actually been quite good. You know, it's about the good and the bad, and it doesn't always have to be bad. As well as speaking to my friends, I also run my social media account, so livestock_farm_her, and I started it back in January 2021 when agriculture was getting some bad press. We were getting blamed for everything, you know, just off the back of COVID, a bit of global warming, everything felt like it was getting pushed on us. So I felt like it was important for me, as I was here every day working, you know, with the livestock, I felt it was important to share what we were doing, to try and allow people onto a true working farm, because not everyone has access to a farm. So if I could give them that access from their phone, from the comfort of their home, then hopefully that was going to be a good thing. And I wanted to speak up to try and educate and inspire people about agriculture, about where their food comes from, because at the end of the day we all need food to survive, so it's really important if we can share that message and just give people an understanding as to why we're doing what we're doing and how we're doing it. With my social media, I've been very grateful that a lot of people have shared similar situations with myself. You know, one of the main reasons for the social media account was to not only educate and inspire people, but also allow people that access to speak to someone. And you know, I share it all. I share the good and the bad. So when we're having a bad day, if it's, you know, a lamb's died or a calf's died, or you know, you've bashed a tractor or something's broken, it doesn't necessarily need to be life and death, but you know, just little things like that can add up, and it can make you feel like you're doing a really bad job, or you're a really bad farmer, or you know, it's just all going wrong. So by me sharing that has then allowed other people to get in touch with me and say, you know what, I'm having a bad day too, I've done this, or I've lost a calf too, and then that's helping them as well open up and giving them that space to say, look, we're all in this together kind of thing, because farming is tough. Farming does have a lot of bad days, but thankfully the good days outweigh the bad. But for me, it's been really helpful this year, particularly, to be able to have that platform to share how I'm feeling, share what's been going on, and just know that people are out there, people are going through the same, or you know, have a lot of support. And a lot of it's from strangers. It's not necessarily from people that I know, but just being there for other people as well is really important for me. I find it's definitely just, you know, even just an hour or two away from the farm makes a huge difference. Whether it's going to meet up with friends, or even just going down to the mart to buy or sell some animals, just getting out, change of scene, and a break from the intensity of just being here by yourself, it's definitely something that I would encourage everyone to do. I first heard about FarmStrong Scotland back in 2023, and they've certainly helped me, particularly last year, with everything that's been going on, and be completely honest about what was going on our farm and how I was feeling, and what I was trying to do to help my own well-being and support my mental health, as well as connecting with other people in similar situations. What energises me about farming is being able to watch the livestock grow up, welcoming new life onto the farm and watching it from day one right up until they move on off the farm. Producing top quality food for our country is definitely what keeps me going, and being able to be right at the start of the process, it's a feeling like no other.